Hey friend, I'm Nicole Hoover, and this is Living My Human Design, a no-rules, off-the-cuff podcast where I share what it really looks like to live this wild human design experiment in real time. As a 3/5 emotional manifesting generator, traveling full-time across the U.S. with my husband and our 2 dogs in our 25-foot motorhome, life is anything but linear, and neither is this podcast. Here, I'll be reflecting on what I'm learning, the people and places that light me up, the emotional wave that I ride, and the deep truths that unfold when I choose to live by design, not conditioning. This space isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. You'll hear me raw, inspired, emotional, uncertain, empowered, and always inviting you to experiment with your own unique design. No fixed format, just voice notes from the road, from my heart to yours. Because human design isn't something we do, it's something we live. Let's get into it. Hey friend, I'm coming to you today to share with you what is lighting me up right now. We have made it safe back to our home base in Western Montana, and it feels so good to be home. I didn't realize how much I missed the beautiful mountains of Western Montana until I saw them on the horizon. We actually first saw mountains in Wyoming, but it was just like such a warm, comforting feeling to start seeing those great big mountains. I love traveling and I love seeing all of the beautiful parts of this country that we live in on this planet that sustains us. But there's something about coming home. And for me, Montana will always be home. Western Montana will always be home. And my favorite parts of Montana are the Bitterroot Valley and the Flathead Valley with their huge mountains and a little bit narrower valleys. We spent a couple weeks in Bozeman with our youngest son and daughter-in-law because our son was turning 21, and that area is gorgeous as well. It's just the valley is much wider than the Bitterroot Valley and the Flathead Valley, and I much prefer the more enclosed feelings of the mountains. It's almost like a little security blanket that I just wrap myself up in. But that's not what's lighting me up right now. I am super excited to be home or back in the Northwest, closer to family. But what I'm really excited about right now is a new, I guess it's a business. Yeah, it's a new business that I'm creating and a new income stream. It was a road that I wasn't really planning on going down as I've been creating this Living My Human Design brand and just kind of playing around with what kind of human design based business I wanted to create. And there is this software, and most of you, if you're in the human design world, you've probably heard about it. It's called bodygraphchart.com. And what you're able to do with this software is it's a subscription. So I think it costs around $50 a month, or if you buy an annual subscription, it's a little bit less than that. But what it does is it allows you to put chart software on your website. So you can integrate their chart software into your personal website, and then you can send your clients to your website to pull their human design chart instead of to somebody else's website. And the benefit of this is then you can collect their name and email addresses for your marketing if you want to do that. But also then they're staying with you through the whole process, through your branding, through your energy. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is that you also have the ability to create customized human design reports with their software. And these are dynamic reports where it can be specific based on a person's specific human design. So you can create a report that will teach a person about their type, their strategy, their authority, their profile, their defined centers, undefined centers, gates, channels, incarnation cross, variables, everything. So you can create a whole report that tells a person everything about their human design, and it'll be customized based on their birth details. And it that's like the massive report that you can create. I have created one of those that I give to my clients who do a human design unpack with me, and it's like 1,758 pages altogether in order to create an individualized report for a single person. So it's really cool. I've spent a lot of time playing around with the software, and you can create reports that are simple as just teaching a person about their undefined centers and how they may distract them from their definition. Or you could create a report that specifically just helps a person understand their type, strategy, and authority, which are the three most important parts of human design. If you do nothing else but just follow your type, strategy, and authority, you will automatically start living more authentically to your human design blueprint, to who you came into this world as. So it's really, really cool software, and it has so much potential. I'm also in the process of creating a rapid chart assessment tool, and I don't know if that name is going to stick, but that's what I'm calling it for now. And what it'll be is a report that's specifically for people who are familiar with human design. They understand the human design language. They understand all the different aspects of human design, and they may be using it either as a coaching. They may be doing human design unpacks, or they're using a person's human design in their business to some aspect, and they fully understand the language. What this will do is it'll pull apart a person's human design in like bullet points. So it'll be short little details about all the different parts of a person's human design, so that the person who's looking at the report can start to see the patterns and the themes that show up within a person's body graph. And it's the ability to be able to do it quickly, like at a glance, being able to quickly skim it. So like while you're in the conversation with the person, because I know for me personally, it's hard for me to hold on to all the information about a person's human design within my head. And even if they're like, I can't tell you what all the details about one specific gate in human design. There's 64 of them, and I don't have all of the information on all of the gates memorized. And that's okay. I don't need to. But with this rapid chart assessment tool, I will be able to have that information at a glance, so that if something pops into my head, ooh, I think that might be their gate 48 popping up, then I can look at some of the details about that gate as I'm talking to this person. So it's a report that I want to create to sell to support other human design practitioners, consultants, guides, people who are using human design in their business. I'm not completely done with it yet, because I've been distracted, or I have this other passion right now that I'm working with. And it's something it's a road that I didn't even know that I wanted to go down. I thought I just wanted to do unpacks and coaching and helping people rediscover their authentic self, rediscover who they know that they are, but they're too afraid to be in the world. And I still want to help people with that too. But Bodygraph started a virtual assistant program where they are training, I think they started out with 5. They're training 5 virtual assistants on how to use their software, how to integrate it into the various website platforms, how to connect it with newsletter platforms or data storage platforms, and how to create custom reports, how to, branding it with their clients' brand colors, and even helping them to create customized reports. The client provides the copy, we create the report, that type of thing. So I received an email about this Bodygraph VA program, and I was like, ooh, yes, I want to do that. I want to learn more about the software and all of its capabilities, and then I want to be able to help other people to support their clients. And really, I feel the more that we can help people live as their authentic selves and stop reacting based on conditioning, it's just going to help to really raise the vibration of the whole planet. So it's still aligned with my values and what I want to do. So I filled out the application to join the program, and I was accepted. And it took me less than 2 weeks to go through all of their training modules because I was so excited and so lit up. So I went through all of that, and then I rebranded my website. I added the Bodygraph VA services to my website. I started another like a CRM, Hello Bonsai. So I'm learning another tool to help with my client relationship and to streamline the whole process as I work with more people in the Bodygraph, in the role as a Bodygraph virtual assistant. So I'm super excited about it. I'm very lit up by it. And I've just been going down the rabbit hole of information and creating all the tools and trying to streamline the process to make it as easy on me as possible, especially with onboarding clients and learning their needs, and then moving forward with the virtual assistant. Sorry, words are escaping me right now. But just helping the client with whatever their needs will be. But I've been so excited and so lit up about this. And I don't know if any of my other fellow generators or manifesting generators can relate to this, but when something excites me and my sacral is totally lit up, I can work and work and work and work. And it's not that I'm intentionally trying to work until 10 o'clock at night. It's just that I get so lost in the project and the work that I don't even realize how much time has passed. And this isn't always a good thing. Like, there really needs to be balance between work and play. There were a couple days where I looked up, like I thought I'd been working for a couple of hours, and it's been like 5-6 hours, and I didn't eat breakfast. I haven't drank all the water that I need to drink. I'm starving, and that's not healthy either. So I've been working on balance and not losing myself in the project because it's so easy to do when I'm so excited. But then, I'm also ignoring my husband and ignoring my dogs and ignoring myself. Like you can't be so lit up by your work that you're sacrificing your own health, which is what I was doing by not eating and not going out and moving my body, which is also really important. So while we were in Bozeman, I was getting ready on a Saturday to get lost into my computer again. And I look up over my laptop screen, and there is my husband, absolutely bored out of his mind. I look at him and I can just see the boredom in him. And I'm like, okay, yep, I've been working too much. I need to go play. And so I looked at him and I was like, do you want to go take a hike? And he's like, yes. So we went, and I started to search, what would be good hikes around the Bozeman area, because while I've lived in Montana for, I was raised here, between here and Eastern Washington, I did not spend a whole lot of time in the Bozeman area. So I didn't really know what the good hikes were around that area. And we found one that we really wanted to go to that was like a Grotto Falls hike or something to that effect. And we went to that one first, but the road was still closed about 5 miles from the trailhead and only accessible by foot or by bike. And then it was another like 2.5 mile hike to the falls. So that would have been like 12 miles. And I knew I didn't have that much of a hike into me. So we found another trail that was not too far away, the Southern Cottonwood Trail or something to that effect. I don't remember the name, but it felt so good to be in among the pine trees and listening to the birds chirping, watching the butterflies flying around. It was just exactly what my soul needed. And then, I've been so lit up and I've been on just this mode of go, 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 that even as we took off on this hike, I was still in that go, 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 go mode. And I like took off up the trail and immediately started with an incline. And I just, set off at a decent pace, and we haven't been exercising a whole lot lately. We've been doing better, but we just spent like 3 weeks driving back up into Montana from Florida. And then I've been in my computer, creating all these reports and learning all the information and just really into my computer, not moving my body enough. So it was another good reason why we went on this hike. But I'm a little bit out of shape. My cardio level isn't where I would like it to be. And so we take off on this hike, and then pretty soon I'm winded. And I'm like, why am I trying to rush through this hike? Like, I'm spending time in nature. It's gorgeous here. I don't need to push myself. I'm not in a rush to get to the end of the hike and get back home to my computer. I really want to enjoy this time. So then I started to take, as we were going, especially when we were going up the inclines, I would just take slow, deliberate steps. And by just slowing down my pace, being mindful about each step and feeling the air around me on my skin, feeling my clothes touching my body, feeling the air coming into my lungs and out of my mouth, listening to the wind blowing through the trees, slowing down, and really, it was almost like a meditative walk. And when I slowed down like that, the inclines did not seem nearly as steep. They didn't wear me out. I didn't get super short or super winded. And it was just kind of a reminder to me to just slow down just a little bit. Like, I know with this manifesting generator energy, I can get really, I just have this buzzing energy and just this urge to accomplish things and to get things done. But sometimes it's okay to just be present in the moment and enjoy what's around me. And in society, we've been so conditioned to like push through everything and force our way to the top of the hill, force our way through the project that we're creating so that we can get to the other side. If a challenge comes up, trying to force our way through the challenge so that we can overcome it and get to the other side. And a lot of times when we use that force, we meet more resistance. And there's a beauty in just slowing down a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a snail pace, but just slowing down a little bit and being mindful of your actions, being mindful of your surroundings, being mindful of what's going on in your world just a little bit. And maybe like this hike helped me realize a new way of approaching problems. When there's something that is not going my way, or there is a challenge that comes up, next time I'm going to maybe try to slow down a little bit through the challenge and not try to push my way through it or force my way through it, because there is no rush. We are not in a rush to get anywhere. Why do we want to hurry through this life? Why not just slow down a little bit and enjoy the process? Enjoy the scenery, enjoy the people that we love. Wow, I did not expect to go that direction with this, but there it is. Just a reminder to slow down a little bit and remember to balance work and play and enjoy the people in your life and just be mindful. I don't know where I'm going with this. But I guess that's all that I have to say today. So thank you for listening all the way to the end. These podcasts are probably going to be a little bit messy here for a little while as I practice the unscripted voice notes from the road. But I do appreciate you checking in and listening. If you are interested in the Bodygraph, in any Bodygraph virtual assistant services, there's a link in the show notes to my website, and feel free to shoot me an email. It's Nicole@livingmyhumandesign.com. Thanks for listening, and I will talk to you soon.